What's up, YouTubers? Today we've got a special one for you. You may have gathered where we are, right in the middle of Lister Mills, Bradford. Now we've been given access to this yard here, and believe it or not, it actually holds some of the stonework from the old Kirkgate market. Now I want to give a shout out to 𝗙𝗍𝗱 for giving us permission to this little gold mine, should I say. I'm going to chat with Mark Nicholson. He's a bit of an expert with brickwork. As you can see, he's there tinkering. 𝗙𝗍𝗱 is across the road there. So I'm going to quickly pan across the area where the stonework is laid. They're in no particular order, but I'm going to chat to Mark shortly, and I'm sure he will identify some features. I already got his images out there. Absolutely gobsmacked. I didn't realise there was that much stored away. I don't know if you recognise that little feature. That was in our, well, not that particular one, but something similar was in our previous video. Bit of masonry outside a merchant's house in Little Germany from the old Kirkgate. Look at this. You can't do nothing but marvel at the amount of work that's been put in. Do drop us a comment if you actually remember the old Kirkgate market. I'm not going to give my age away, but I kind of remember it on its last few days. So that gives you an idea the area where all the old brickwork is laid. And the purpose of this video is to show you obviously the stonework, and hopefully we'll identify some features. As you can see, Mark is on his mobile there. Look at that, a leg there, and we have another leg across there, which I'll go in. I'm wearing my steel toe caps, safety comes first. Look at that, look at the detail on that.
We think we've struck a few pieces of gold. We'll have a look at them in closer detail.
Right on top of that one as well. Yeah, we'll check that out. Does it say Kirkgate? AR.
Is it AR? Could be.
Spotted something there. What did you say? A-R-Y?
AY, yeah.
I'll What do you think? Any ideas what it stands for or part of? Some more lettering here. Can you read that, Mark? What does it say?
Is it a P? And a U?
That's the way I'm reading it, yeah.
Yeah.
So far we've identified 3 pieces that go together, which we'll film shortly.
Look, we've identified a couple of pieces which we think are shown in this photograph. So we see the leg, the bottom of the leg here, below the knee. That's this piece here.
Let's have a look.
You can see. So the knee's here, as you can see in here, and if I follow it down, you see the shin over here, the ribbon on the shin, and you can see the top lip of the sandal, which is also here, and the toe. The foot comes down with the curled toes, and you can see it's. So this is the piece that belongs to there, and you can even see, I don't know if it's a plant there, that's also shown in this picture.
Oh yes, you can see that, yeah.
So
that definitely identifies the piece,
yeah. And Mark's going to tell us about this piece, which seems to be possibly the upper half of the picture.
Yeah, unfortunately for us, it's been placed face down, literally. But we seem to have been able to marry up a couple of details with this picture. So if you round this side. So cheers. What we got here, buddy? We've got some, what would we call it? Is it a tunic?
Yeah, it's probably tunic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, so it's a tunic, yeah?
Yeah. So this here that we're looking at is this lower part.
Over here, yep, so, okay, and
then we can see a little bit more detail a bit further around.
I'm sorry viewers, it's a bit of a tight spot here, so it's getting to see it, it's quite difficult. Okay, so you can see the top of the back and the head at the top, which again you can see here. So literally that is this piece of the stonework.
And this is the stonework that was above the Darley Street entrance, and it looks all clean in that picture because, as we mentioned in the last video, there's a last ditch attempt to get the building safe from demolition. That entranceway was cleaned up to reveal the natural colour of the stonework, because up until that point it had been covered in soot and pigeon poo. It didn't look like a particularly nice building really, if you were looking at it from that particular perspective. This is quite an exciting find. On the previous video we identified this section here. It looks like a fruit tree of some sort. That's in Little Germany, and the rest of this half of the arch is here. And if you just look there, you can see the head of that, and the middle section of this figure is actually here. So you can see the hand holding whatever that is. And then that's the top part of a leg. So we have the top part of the leg back there, and we've got the bottom half of the leg with a foot in a sandal here. So that section of the leg and the sandal and the stone beneath is right here. In terms of capturing detail, I mean, this will have been, you know, quite high up. It made no difference. The detail in the stonework is exquisite. And there's more examples of this archway stonework. I think there's two of these actually down at Little Germany. We filmed those last time. There's quite a few of those dotted around up here. We've got an archive picture here of the junction of the top of the Darley Street side with Godwin Street, and a lot of the windows were arched, as you can see, and it's quite possible, and there's quite a lot of these dotted around here, these could be the tops of the windows. We've also found this piece of stonework. We're not quite sure what part of the building this belongs to. I've got a feeling it could be the very top part where the Bradford bow was. It seems to suggest it's like, you know, a top section. I've taken a photograph of this, so what I'll do is, because I've got more archive pictures of the market, I'll see if I can marry it up, and if we can, you can drop a photo of that into the film. And this appears to be quite possibly the other side of that top piece of stone that we've just looked at back there, the other half of it. Again, I'll have a look at a few more archive photographs of the market, and we'll see if we can marry this up.
I've seen a fitting on this slab of stone here. I don't know if it's anything to do with telephone or telegraph wire or something, but let me ask Mark, what do you think?
Again, I'm not too sure, but what we can do is we'll take a photograph of that, and then we'll do a cross-reference with other pictures that we've got of the old market, and we'll see if you know, see if we hit bingo.
So is this top of a kind of a drain pipe or something?
It could be, yeah. I think it is. I think if you film it from this perspective,
yeah, go ahead,
it might make a little bit more sense. There you go, that's the bracket. It was fitted to the building via. That bit of stone there, and I don't think that belongs to Kirkgate Market. That looks too new. Look at that.
Oh, that one there, yeah.
And it's quite possible that quite a bit of this stone doesn't actually belong to Kirkgate Market.
But at least you've identified some features, which is good.
Well, we found more of it.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that, Mark. Thanks for your help for identifying some of the pieces. And again, 𝗙𝗢𝗱 for being with us. What's your impressions?
I'm just absolutely delighted to see more aspects of the old Kirkgate Market, and to see it here in Bradford. It's in storage, and that implies that there could be a future use for it, which I certainly hope there will be. It's beautiful.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm amazed too, and I hope there's other pieces around the city or in storage, you know, that could possibly be found or used, and if anybody knows where they are, let us know.
Okay folks, we're signing out, and thanks for sharing and liking our videos. Subscribe if you're into this kind of stuff. So until our next vlog, peace out.